Hello, everyone, and welcome to the VGA Podcast. It's Caleb and Alex back with you again with episode 47. Hello, Alex. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to talk about Kraven and Skeleton Crew.
I am. I'm excited to talk about it. And also, what we've been playing, too.
Yeah, yep. Especially Liza P. I know we've both been playing that, so I'm excited to talk about that, too.
Yes.
All right, so yes, we're going to be talking about Kraven the Hunter. Alex, I think you just got back from seeing it. I saw it a few days ago.
Yep, I literally just got back from seeing it.
And then we'll be talking about the first 3 episodes of Skeleton Crew, the new Star Wars show. And then we're going to be playing Guess the Game and talking about the games we've been playing, like Liza P. And I've been playing Metaphor, ReFantazio, so we'll be discussing that a bit. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Kraven the Hunter. So we saw Kraven the Hunter. I saw it a few days ago. Alex, you just got back from seeing it. And we're going to talk about our thoughts on it. We'll do a spoiler-free version at first. Just give our overall thoughts. We'll give it a score. And then we'll give a spoiler warning before we get into the spoilers of the movie. So, Alex, if you want to go ahead and start us off and tell us what you thought of Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah. I don't know. It's, I guess, in a similar vein for me as Venom. And, I guess it's like the Sony Spider-Man villain universe, whatever you want to call it. I think it's, honestly, I thought it was below average. I actually didn't mind it at first, but kind of as the movie went on, I liked it less and less. And there were some, I don't know if you noticed it, but there's some editing that was so weird, like with voicing. There was a couple scenes where, one of the characters would be talking, and they stop having a conversation, and then one of the characters is walking away, and you can't see their mouth, and it just sounds like totally different audio. Like they added it in, post-filming or post-production or whatever. There's a few of those moments. And I just thought it was generic. I mean, it was passable. I wasn't bored, I guess, but it was not that good. I thought that acting was eh.
Yeah.
What's his name? Aaron Taylor Johnson. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he did okay, but it was just kind of bland. And I think the supporting characters were pretty bland. So acting not good. Special effects not really good. And there's some things plot wise that I just did not understand. We can get into it in spoilers.
Yeah.
It's stupid. They didn't need to go through some of the stuff. But I honestly, it's below average. I would probably give it a 3 or 4 out of 10. I'll say a 4 just because I wasn't bored. So below average.
Okay. Yeah, I have a similar feeling in this movie. I did not think this was a very good movie. It kind of felt like I was watching a CW show, not a full-fledged movie. There were just some weird CGI. The plot was weird and meandering. Like you said, the dialogue, they did some weird stuff that seemed like in post or cut up some scenes. And some of we'll talk about some of the specific dialogue, but man, there was some really weird lines in this movie.
Yep.
I never really got invested in any of the characters. And you nailed it when you said it's very generic. This feels like a movie that would have been made in the mid 2000s that I would see on TNT when I was just bored flipping through the channels and watch it for a few minutes.
Exactly. I was thinking that exact thing when I was watching it.
Yeah, it was not well made. I just don't understand why Sony can't make a good comic book movie. It's I don't even really know that much about Kraven. I basically know him from the Spider-Man 2 game. But
Same.
Even what I do know, this movie did not feel true to the source material of Kraven. So, I was between a 2 or a 3. Honestly, I do not think it was very good. I wasn't super bored, so I guess I'll give it a 3. There was some okay action scenes, I guess, but it was pretty overshadowed by how subpar the rest of the movie was. So I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I get that. And another thing I could not stand in this movie is they treat the audience like you're an idiot. They spell out everything, and I noticed it from the beginning when they're there's a scene. This isn't a spoiler because it's just not. Or they're talking around the campfire, and then one of the guys is like, "Oh, you," or something about hunting or something with a lion, or like your bastard son. Like they're just like explaining like it's the most random. Like why would it doesn't make sense? Like talking about it out of context. But when in the movie, they were talking about so much random things, and then all of a sudden, one of the bad guys mentions, "Oh, your bastard son." Like, what, you couldn't let us figure that out? But that's just like
there could have been
one example.
It's a classic case of show not tell. They did a lot of telling in this movie with boring dialogue
constantly.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get to more in spoilers, but yeah, that was my biggest gripe. You kind of hit on it now, like a CW type show.
Yeah, especially with some of that CGI, like some of the mystic parts where it cut to like just weird scenes with like weird glyphs and stuff on top. It's like, man, this just does not seem like it should be in the theaters. I don't know.
Yeah, it felt off, and I don't know. Like there were some things I liked. Like I liked the way like Kraven moved and stuff, like that kind of stuff. Like I kind of liked how they made him. Like it looked bad. I liked the concept of it.
Yeah, and I wanted to like this movie. Like Kraven, from what I know of him, he seems like a cool character. And I like Aaron Taylor Johnson. I was hoping he'd be cool, but yeah,
he was great in Bullet Train. Did you ever see that?
I haven't. No, I'll have to watch that.
Great in that. But there was like some things I liked, like some concept, and I don't know a lot about the character either, so I don't really know what's like accurate and what's not. So like, I'm assuming some versions of him actually have powers, and some maybe doesn't. I don't know. I didn't think he actually had powers.
Yeah, I don't know. But I assume that it did not follow the source material too closely. Just from the rest of the vibe of the movie, I'm going to assume that.
Probably not. And I don't know, like, who was... Yeah, we could talk about spoilers. But yeah, there's some things I'm just not sure of. But I know in the context of, like, the movie, it was... A lot of the side characters are bad. They're badly written.
Or just boring and not memorable. Boring. Yeah.
How did you, before we get into spoilers, just so I don't know, people could see what we think of it, how do you think of the villain? Like without saying who the villain is.
I thought it could have been good, but I thought the guy who acted him did okay. He was like kind of off throughout some parts of the movie, which I thought could have been interesting, but it just like with the way they had the plot set up, it felt so weird. It was like, you don't see him for a long time, or they focus on like flashbacks, and then like the last part of the movie is like jam packed where they just go way too quick, and it just, I don't know, it didn't really work.
I agree. And I guess, to talk about it more, we'll get into spoilers, but I agree with what you said. I think the villain was honestly weak. Honestly, all the characters are kind of weak, to be quite honest.
Yeah,
I think the only thing that semi was okay was like the brother relationship.
Yeah.
That to me, out of everything else, I'm like, okay, I mean, I could see, Kraven having a weakness like that, and like it's the classic, like, love chosen son and
the
hated son, and but anyways,
let's get into
spoilers.
Let's get into spoilers. So, spoiler alert for Kraven. If you care about that, it's not that great of a movie, but if you care about spoilers, this is your spoiler warning. For Kraven the Hunter.
Probably won't be any more.
Yep, probably not.
Yeah, this movie bombed. Did you see how much it made?
No, but I figured
it only made like 10 million. Like in the US.
How much did it cost to make?
Like before advertisement and stuff, like the actual movie itself was like 110 or 120 million, something like that.
Oh man.
And then like worldwide it only made 25 million opening. That's actually worse than Madam Web. Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
Granted, this movie was delayed, I feel like forever, for like years. I think it was a couple of years it was delayed, or a year or two, from what I remember correctly.
I remember hearing about it, a while ago.
But man, dude. So
there was one line where when I heard it, I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. And it was the girl, I forget her name now. And she was talking about her grandmother, and Kraven was like asking, can you get any more of that, super magic, whatever. And she said, no, my grandmother died and then I never saw her again. Yes. And I was just like,
dude,
yeah, that's how death works.
Tell me why I wrote that exact line down. I'm like, wait a second. She literally said my grandmother died shortly after and I never saw her again. Well, like, I don't really, you didn't.
Yeah, surprise.
That scene was awful. That was one of the scenes where like I was talking about where they were having that conversation inside, and then she turns around and like the conversation's kind of done, and then she's walking outside, and it sounds like just a dubbed voice, like, "Oh, they're coming. We got to get ready." And then they have another completely different conversation about the conversation they had before. They just randomly said that.
It sounded weird.
The audio was like level was different. It sounded totally different, and of course, it was probably dubbed because you can't see her lips talking. It's facing a different direction. And it just, that scene was awful. And actually, her scene with her grandmother at the beginning was awful, I thought, too. The acting was terrible. Again, they're spelling out everything for you right then and there.
Yep.
I don't even remember her name. I just saw the dang movie.
Calypso. I just looked it up.
Calypso.
Actually, that scene was where I was like, this is not going to be good. Because it started out like the grandmother was like telling her to put the cards away because her parents don't like it. And then the grandmother just explains everything like point blank and pulls. It was just, I'm like, this is
everything
bad.
Explained. Oh, here's this. You'll need this, and you'll know when, and this and that. Oh, that card is this. It's like no mystery. And then it literally, like I said, there's like that scene where it cuts to the Kraven and his brother in the tent, and they're all around that campfire.
Yep.
I don't remember what they're talking about, but then one of the goons is like, yeah, well, you don't like your bastard son. Like, okay. No, we just know.
Yeah.
It was so bad. And it was so, like, there's no reason that little goon had to say that around the campfire.
No, it was, like out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's multiple scenes of that. It's just awful. But yeah, I agree. That first scene, or whatever scene it was with... not first scene, but with the granddaughter and the grandma. And that flashback scene lasted longer than I thought it would.
It was really long. It
was like 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, and it just felt like it didn't leave... If that part was really long, and then the end fight part was like really short and rushed feeling.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, the plot seemed like super simple and straightforward, but it felt like they just took forever to get to a part that could have been interesting, like meeting the rhino or the foreigner or whatever. It just meandered all over the place.
There's even like little things where like at the end fight, I know we're bouncing around, but just the stupidity of them at the end fight when they're driving away and they see like all these, what were they charging at them? Like buffalo or something?
Yeah.
And like, they're like the guy like looked shocked that he got hit by it. Like you guys couldn't like have tried to like done anything. I don't know. It was just weird. Like the rhino was like preparing to get hit and stuff, but then these other goons were just looking straight forward, like what?
Yeah, that was silly.
There's just so many dumb. And the other thing I didn't like about this is Kraven got saved so many times in this.
Yeah,
I thought he was supposed to be like an expert hunter, man.
Yeah, my least favorite part was, so Calypso says she's like, oh yeah, I took archery in college, and I was like, oh great, they're gonna have her use that
at summer camp. It's summer camp.
Oh,
I was gonna make fun. I was gonna make fun of that line, like that's so stupid because
that's even worse.
Yeah, because she was aiming this. She picked up the bow and she found like his little stash and she's aiming at him. Oh, I'm a pro at this. I learned at summer camp.
And I was like, oh man, that's going to be some Deus Ex Machina thing where she saves him. And yep, he's fighting the foreigner, which is probably the most interesting, like, bad guy in terms of power.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, how is Kraven going to figure out how to beat this power that like stops time when he's counting or whatever, which is, kind of weird. And the CG on it was kind of weird, but it's a cool idea. And I'm like, okay, so they're going to come up with an interesting, clever way for him to beat this. Nope, she just shoots him in the eyeball off screen because she said she knows archery. I was like, oh, man.
Homeboy was going to die. He was going to die multiple times in this movie.
Yep.
He got saved. What was with you? That fight was kind of cool. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Like, how is he going to get out of this? Like, how's he going to outsmart this? And nope, he didn't. And there's that one other time, too. What other time did he got saved? It was... it was when his brother saved him.
This movie was not memorable. I watched it 2 days ago and I already forgot.
I just watched it and I forgot. I literally just freaking watched it, and I didn't make a note of this too, and I should have. There's 2 times he got saved. There's that time we were talking about, and there's one other time, and I can't remember. I feel like he was gonna die by maybe.
Was it the rhino?
It might have been the rhino in the fight. There was one scene where he was gonna die and he got saved again. Like someone distracted. I don't know if it was the rhino or one of the goons or something. But he would have legitimately died.
Yeah.
Like I thought the whole point of Kraven, I mean, I'm not even a pro at this character, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I thought the whole point was he loved the challenge to overcome, like...
Yeah. I mean, he's a hunter. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole point was like, he should have been like, when he was fighting the foreigner, like, I almost feel like he should have like in my mind, he should not enjoy it, but kind of, right? Like he's like, "Ooh, how am I?"
Or use some of his skills as a hunter, like escape somehow, get out of his line of sight, and then like hunt him, track him where the guy can't see him or something. Like that would have been more interesting and more true to his character as a hunter, like stalking this guy so he can't find him. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, it was. I don't know, like for being like Kraven the Hunter, and I know there's like diehard Spider-Man fans that love Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah,
like I can see how this is not a good adaptation, because even for someone who doesn't know a lot about Kraven, I'm like, yeah, this guy's not that cool. He got saved multiple times. I don't see him really being intimidating.
I mean, it's just so hard to make these characters without Spider-Man. They're like originally made to be a foil to Spider-Man, and they're just using them. I read that they're using them so that Marvel can't use them because they need to use them in a certain amount of time or something.
Yeah, and I could see that.
And yeah, that's annoying.
I don't get it either, because I mean the whole point of these villains is, I mean, you can give a villain origin story, but like these are Spider-Man villains.
I know, and it seems like they're trying to make them good guys, or at least Kraven a good guy. Like he's saving animals when I thought he was supposed to be a hunter, and like they're making him like not just be the protagonist, but be the good character when he's a villain.
Yeah. He's like freaking what's her face from the Wild Thornberries. With the animals, the freaking living amongst them, and the only thing is you can't talk to them. Well, you kind of. It seemed like I was almost expecting a bird was going to talk. There was a scene where there was like a bird at the window. I'm like, oh god, are they going to make him communicate with this bird?
That was weird.
Does he have like a bird in the comics? Is that like some Easter egg or something?
Maybe.
Like a hawk or something?
That scene in particular stood out to me. Like, why are they showing this bird?
That's why I thought, like, I swear to God, I thought the bird was going to start talking or something. Like, is he going to realize he has like some sort of weird power? But so the other thing, and I'm sure Calypso is like big into comics and stuff, but I don't know, I think her character was weak too, and
and kind of pointless.
Not needed.
Yeah. Like he's supposed to be this great hunter, but he needs her just to get names, or does she do the hunting for him now? Like it just, I don't know. It seemed kind of useless.
And maybe like, I don't know, maybe she is in the comics, and that he does use her, but it just was so weird because it seemed like he already had a list. Like the way the Rhino was talking is he has a list, and once you're on it, but then he's going over to Calypso and saying, "Hey, get me names so I could add more to my list." I guess.
I don't know. That was weird.
So, I don't. Her character, honestly, you could take her out of this movie. Well, if you take her out of this movie, he's dead. But like, she fixed that part. If you take her out of this movie, she literally wasn't needed. Like, all of this
Yeah.
could have happened without her. And that was another scene that I wrote down. That was just a stupid coincidence. Like, she was talking to Kraven on the phone, like, and he's like, "Oh, they're gonna find you," and she's looking down. Oh, there's guys that don't look like they should be here. Like,
Yeah,
she's looking up from her office.
it was like 5 guys from like 20 stories up, and she knew those were the guys that were coming for her. And oh yeah,
Kraven just so happened to be talking to her on the phone, and she just so happened to look down there. Oh, those must be the guys. They don't look like they should be here. Literally, her exact lines. They don't look like they belong here.
Yep. There's like 5 guys in suits in a lawyer's office. That doesn't even make sense, but okay. Whatever.
But you're right, though. Seriously, like, the whole plot of this is he has a list, and do you want to... He ran away, right? They take his brother. He's super close to his brother. His brother's weak. And the Rhino got pictures from somebody that I don't even know Kraven's real name. What's his real name?
Dimitri, I think.
No, Dimitri's the brother. It's Sergey or whatever.
Sergey,
anyways, the Rhino got photos that Sergey is Kraven. He figured it out, and so the only weakness that the Rhino figured out he had is his brother, but only because he was hunting Kraven, but his brother was the only one there. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, all this plot about the Rhino and then taking his brother and this and that, why did you need Calypso? Why couldn't you have Kraven, like, be a hunter, like you said, and stalk and figure things out? And
yep.
To me, that diminishes the character. Like,
the whole point.
and as far as the Rhino, so what did you say you thought of the Rhino? Like, you thought he was okay?
I thought he could have been good. Like, the actor, I feel like, could have been good, because he was kind of like offsetting at some points with like how like he seemed a little off kilter, and like, but man, this movie just did not give him much. It just I don't know. Yeah, and the CG on his turning into the Rhino looked weird. It's not really. I didn't think that was what the Rhino was supposed to be. Also, like, that's not how I've seen him portrayed, as like this gangster kind of guy. So that's also weird. And yeah, it didn't really work for me.
I don't know like much of his origin story in the comics and stuff. I just know what we've seen him, the games and the movies and stuff. But I'm so sick of like, is it just me, or does it seem like every movie's trying to make villains like all quirky and stuff? Sometimes I just want like an evil, menacing villain.
Yeah, that's true.
Every movie is trying to make quirky villains
really well and not overdone, then it can be good. But this one, it didn't really work. He could have just been.
Yeah, it felt like they were trying to
gangster guy.
Like,
with like
trying
him and
hard
his dog. And
I don't know. I was not a fan. Like you said, I could see the potential, but it just did not work for me. And and I thought, like you mentioned, the Foreigner was kind of the other villain. And again, honestly, kind of pointless. He almost was used more as like a henchman in this.
Yeah.
But I thought he was more interesting than the Rhino, to be quite honest.
Yeah. He was, and he could have been even cooler, but it just didn't work.
He actually had like a backstory to really want to. Like, hunt
they should have
Kraven.
shown us that instead of telling us that, and focus less on some of the other stuff. Even the focus less on the Rhino or something.
They just tell you everything, man.
Yeah,
they just tell you, tell. But that's what I mean. Like, he actually had a backstory to that would make sense to go after Kraven, whereas the Rhino just was scared of him because he was on his list.
Yeah, and you know what was really weird thinking about it now? What was the point of having the Rhino on that hunting trip? That it was
I don't know. I was
just like, they didn't have to have that.
Even their dad, Kraven and his brother Dimitri's dad, was like, "Why are you in my space? Get away!" Like, why are you on the trip?
Yeah,
and I knew they were setting up the villain right there. I'm like, "Oh, here we go. They're gonna set up that he hates the family." Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
I don't.
What did you
I
think
don't know.
of Russell Crowe in this movie? We haven't really talked about him.
I thought he was okay. I mean, as far as like characters, I mean, he definitely wasn't the worst one.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I, I mean, I thought again, I just thought it was generic. It's like the same. It's just a generic. It's just generic.
Yeah. He almost seemed more like the Kraven I know from like the video game than Kraven in
Mm-hmm.
this movie did, to be honest.
Which I guess they kind of like even say that at the end of the movie, like when the father gives him the gift
Yeah, that's true.
at the very end, and he's like, You're not my son, you are me," or whatever. That's like the
Yeah.
monologue said. And by the way, I did not like that ending of the movie. Him
That
doing some
ending.
Abercrombie and Fitch, looking in a mirror, sitting down on a chair.
and
Abercrombie and Fitch pose, man.
and the whole thing with his brother was weird too. They're definitely like leaving it
Oh
open
yeah,
to
the
making another
chameleon.
one, but yeah, having his brother just show himself as the chameleon and taking over the business, it just didn't feel like it fit for that character from what
No,
we've seen of
like
him in the movie at all.
they never even gave us hints. The only kind of hint or foreshadowing they gave was when the Rhino was telling him he found a doctor in New York.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
I
like,
guess like the voices being able to mimic voices, I guess. And I think the dad even called him a chameleon at one point. But those are so I was
well,
expecting him to like use his voice thing to like trick someone and help Kraven win
well,
a
yeah,
fight with that or something, but that never happened.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like you said, they're telling us, "Oh, the chameleon. Oh, I can change
Yeah.
my voice," but none of his actions ever indicate that he would turn like bad like that
Yeah.
quickly,
Yep.
deceiving. Like even Craven's like, "What do you mean? You said you're gonna stop?" He's like, "Oh, I changed my mind." That was literally his line. I changed my
Yeah.
mind. Like, what? Like,
It makes no sense.
yeah, I don't. Maybe you're right. I mean, they're trying to sequel bait it, which is not going to happen.
No, definitely not.
Um, I I will say I did not mind the relationship. I was gonna say I liked, but I'll say I did not mind instead.
Yeah, that
The
was probably one of the
relationship.
better parts of the movie. Like,
Yeah, I thought
yeah,
they did pretty well. I mean, I guess as well as you can in a movie like
in this
this.
movie, yeah. Okay, tell me the CG when he's like seeing stuff from far away, like when he saw that cigarette, was that not just like I don't know, that CG stuck out to me as so bad looking. Like they could have just zoomed
Yes.
in and we could have just inferred that he saw it with his like abilities or like but they did like this weird half zoom in on part of the screen and it just looked
Yep.
so weird.
I mean, the CG looked weird. The
Yeah.
whole freaking movie. Okay. What are some positives? I know we said a couple positives, but do you have any other positives?
I thought like some of the action, like the car chase scene after that weird zoom in CG thing was like it was passable. Like there were some interesting things in there. It felt pretty high energy and a cool chase, but so some of the action, I guess, for me, that's kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it
Yeah.
just felt like a very generic movie that was not done very well. The writing was weird. So the action, I guess, was okay.
Also, yeah, the action was decent. I mean, it's rated R, so you got some of the violence. I mean,
Yeah. Even the opening scene with him assaulting the prison or getting into prison and then escaping, that was interesting.
yeah, because we actually like saw him hunt
Yeah.
in a way. I guess we saw the end of the hunt. I guess we didn't see everything leading up to it,
Yeah.
but yeah, because we didn't really see him hunt necessarily in this movie. I mean,
Not really.
I know it's kind of
I
I guess
guess
supposed to be an origin story, but
yeah, I guess when he went to like Turkey or whatever to find his brother there, he kind of did some but I mean that also was just her feeding him where it is and then him going and stalking in there and using like that blow dart thing and
yeah, that's true. That's probably the only. I mean, I guess besides the ending, like the last 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you think of like the last 10 minutes of the
I
movie?
was not really a fan. It felt super rushed again, and like, I mean, I understand him letting the bear kill his dad, but did he lure the bear there, and how did he make it wait for his line? And like, I don't know. And then,
I don't quite understand.
Yeah.
And then communicate with animals somehow?
It kind of, like I've said, it kind of seems like they were going with that, but they never explained it. And yeah. And then him sitting in front of the mirror in his pose, this pose right here, was kind of corny.
That ending was so dumb.
And his brother flipping makes no sense. The last 10 minutes was confusing, weird, and just, I mean, I guess it's kind of like the rest of the movie, kind of just thrown together.
Mm-hmm. I was in the theater watching it, and I saw the ending. Like, it was like, what villain movie ends where homeboy takes off his shirt, puts on his jacket, and stares at himself in the mirror? Like, doing this pose, like some Abercrombie and Fitch pose, man, like he's a model.
I don't know. It was
like,
strange.
Is that supposed to be menacing? Like, this is like a villain movie. Well, the kind of. Using a villain, at least.
Yeah. Using a villain, making him seem like a hero, but then ending on a note that's supposed to be like menacing. It was weird. I don't think they knew what to do with this movie.
I don't think there's an after credit scene.
No, I don't think so. I didn't even stay, but I looked it up after, and there was. It said there wasn't, so I'll believe that.
Yeah, I was sitting there, and I looked it up, and it said nope. I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, that's it through credits.
Yep.
The one other thing I had was what was it? What was the guy that not the oh god, I can't remember his name.
There's the Rhino, the Foreigner.
It's how bad this movie was. I literally just saw this movie like 2 hours ago. I can't remember. Yes, it wasn't important.
That's gonna be me in a year when we're like, oh yeah, the Kraven movie. I remember nothing about it. I'm sure it's gonna just like go away. It's not memorable at all.
No, it's literally like even if this was on TV, I wouldn't like be like, oh, this is all right. I'll watch it.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, I pretty much got nothing else to say about this.
Yep. All right. Disappointing. Maybe Marvel will eventually get it back and we can see some Spider-Man and Kraven. I wouldn't mind Aaron Taylor Johnson coming back as Kraven, like for a Marvel or with Spider-Man with different people. That might be interesting, but I do not need another solo Kraven movie. No thanks.
Yeah, I agree. Which is unfortunate because he was awesome in the game.
Yeah, he was. I totally agree.
Like, he was really cool in the game and intimidating in the game.
Yeah.
But didn't he have like a pet tiger or something in the game or in the comics too?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had a tiger in the game.
Yeah, pet tiger.
I wonder if that was like the cub one he was talking about. Do you remember that scene when he's walking with Calypso? He's like, we're being hunted.
Yeah, yep.
And he like kind of messed with that cub or whatever.
I think it was, that looked like a snow leopard or something to me, but yeah, it was probably that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was all I had.
Well, same. Same.
Let's talk about Skeleton Crew. So I don't know about you, Alex, but this was a surprise show to me. I did not hear anything about it. It just came out and I was like, oh, a new Star Wars show. So did you know anything about this show?
I saw like a trailer a few months back, but I didn't know it was like when it was releasing.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to talk about the first 3 episodes today, the episodes that are out. We'll do a non-spoiler version and then give a spoiler warning and then go more into spoilers. And we'll give our scores for each of the episodes. So I'll go ahead and start on this one. Like I said, it was a super surprise for me, so I don't know if that's affecting my scores, but I've been really enjoying this show. I think they've gotten better as they've gone on. I think I enjoy episode 3 the most, and then 2, and then 1. So for episode 1, I gave it a 7. And then episode 2, I also gave a 7. And then episode 3, I gave an 8.
Okay.
And yeah, it just feels like a Goonies / Stranger Things inspired Star Wars show. It has some mystery in it that I'm interested to see where it's going. Started a little slow in episode 1. I still was enjoying it, getting to know the characters and stuff. The characters are interesting, and all the places they've gone so far in just 3 episodes have been really cool to look at and see. And surprisingly, the kid actors haven't really been bothering me that much. They're doing a fine job.
Yeah.
Sometimes kid actors can be a little annoying, like we saw in The Acolyte. But yeah, they've been fine. So yeah, for a show that came out of nowhere, it's been solid, and I'm excited to keep watching it.
Nice. I yeah, pretty similar as you. I've been really enjoying it. I think I don't know if it's because our last show was Star Wars was Acolyte, or if it's because we actually enjoy it. But no, I actually think it's pretty good. I think it's clearly, obviously inspired, like you said, like the Steven Spielberg, Goonies type stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, none of the actors annoy me. Nothing feels forced. There's a good mystery I'm very curious about. I love the whole space piratey feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
I've really enjoyed it. I've been watching it with my kids too, and they are obsessed with this.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
They like literally love it. Like they want to watch another episode. I'm like, guys, we have to wait a week. Not everything is binging.
That's funny.
They're so used to be able to just watch things back to back to back. But no, yeah, I agree. The first episode was probably my least favorite, but it was still good. You could just tell it was a setup episode. So I agree, 7 out of 10.
Yep.
And then I agree, it's the second episode, 7 out of 10. It probably should have just been 1 episode, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then third episode I did enjoy the most. So same as you, 8 out of 10. Very, very similar. It feels like a fun space adventure. I love it.
Yep. That's a good way to put it. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you watch it if you haven't. I know Star Wars name is tainted. A lot of people won't even give it a chance because Star Wars is attached or it's on Disney Plus or whatever, but it's not bad. It's a pretty decent
definitely.
show.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. It might surprise you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels more to me like it's weird to say because Andor is such a different tone than this show, but it feels more like Andor in the fact that it's not trying to just be like the Star Wars movies. It's like trying to be its own thing. It has its own inspirations, but it's just set in a Star Wars setting, as opposed to just trying to copy Star Wars. So I've been enjoying that aspect of it too.
That's what I love about it. Like taking a concept, like a noir or a pirate film in this sense.
Yeah.
And just using the Star Wars property to make a film in that kind of genre. But I've always found out, why haven't they done that more? It'd be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
And
All right.
You're right. There's no like big cameos, or at least not yet, or nothing, crazy that connects it to big. It's just a nice, cool adventure in space. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, I think we're ready to get into spoilers. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, go watch it because it's good. Give it a shot. But spoiler alert for the first 3 episodes of Skeleton Crew. All right. So, I think what they're doing with like Aten as a concept, like the planet the kids are from, is really cool, where they escape it. They think it's just like this boring old place. They leave it, and then everybody else, when they say the name, are like, that's a legendary place that no one's ever found. That's a really cool idea, and it makes that mystery more interesting of where they're from and what's going on there. I think that's a good hook for the show.
It's a great hook, and like it's just interesting. Like it's like a myth, this planet, and this planet has like treasure. I don't know, it just seems like a cool, I don't know.
And it works really well for like what you said, the pirate theme kind of thing. It's like the lost city of Atlantis or, El Dorado. It's kind of like that feeling where all the pirates hear about it and they're like, oh, there's treasure there. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Even the droid talks like a freaking pirate.
Oh, I love the droid SM-33. Which spells out Smee, like Captain Hook's right-hand man from...
Oh, that's right. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so he's definitely pirate themed, and he's probably my favorite character in the show so far. I like him a lot.
That's cool. I literally didn't even notice that.
Yep.
That's a cool little... That makes sense. He's my favorite character too.
Yeah, he's good. And I also like Captain Silvo. I think that's Silvo, right? Or Jod Nanawood. I think the mystery around him is also interesting. Like, is he really a Jedi? Is he just doing tricks? And like his whole story is really interesting. I'm very excited to find out more about him because I just like, if he is a Jedi, learning about what happened to him after Order 66 will be interesting, and how he became a pirate. And I mean,
he has to be a Jedi, right?
I think so. That's where I'm leaning towards it. It being.
So I mean, he's like floating the key out of the dungeon. I don't know. I mean, if it's tricks,
he's like, I mean, because the kids were like, oh, what if he had like string or something so unless he's like a really good sleight of hand person, which I don't think that's where they're going with it. I have a feeling he probably is a Jedi or Force sensitive or something and learned from someone.
Is he, was he the pirate from the very first episode?
Yeah. Mm-hmm, the opening scene.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the guy in the mask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. And I like the third episode with the owl lady.
Yeah, Kim, spelled really weirdly.
Yeah, of course. But I kind of liked how she's like, I mean, she's probably the good guy here, right? But,
yeah.
And if the kids still go with him, I don't know. It's just such an interesting concept. And these kids are so naive, too.
Yeah. But, and that scene with Kim, like, there was a part where it was kind of like hand waved away what she's doing, finding the planet and giving them the slip. Mm-hmm. And in some shows, I would have probably been annoyed with that, but it kind of fits this to just like keep it going as that like space adventure kids. Like they don't really care.
Space adventure.
Yeah, just keep it moving. Don't get bogged down. It works for this show. And because when they first did it, I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. But thinking about it, I was like, actually, that doesn't really bother me. Like, kids aren't going to care about how she got to that.
Yeah. And I love that space ship fights with the after that when they escape. They're going
where
away
the kids are just fully firing on New Republic X-wings. Mm-hmm. Like, I guess they're really pirates now. They're committing crimes.
yeah. I just thought it was kind of cool. Like,
it was cool.
And just seeing kids like excitement, like we all like when I was a kid, I'm like, man, what if I could be one of those? Like how we would react to that, and
I
don't know. I loved it. It just makes this makes me feel like a kid again watching it. I think that's why I've liked it so much.
Yeah, and I think this show is actually, it has pretty good comedy in it. Like one thing that stood out to me was like Captain Silva was telling the kids to go to bed, and Fern was like, what? I'm not even tired. And then it jump cuts to her just fully asleep in the next second. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty accurate for kids. I
know, my kids were cracking up with that too. Yeah, that's like a humor where like everyone could get. Like, like my kids thought it was funny, and then of course like adults are like, yeah, but that's what kids do. And just little things like, what's that?
Go ahead. Well, I was going to say, I did not know Jude Law was in this, and when he showed up, I was really surprised. Like, I did not expect him to be in this show. I didn't hear anything about.
I didn't either. I didn't expect him to be in it.
I like him, though, so I'm glad.
Yeah, I like him, too. Yeah, I even saw the trailer, and it just didn't click that that's, like, Jude Law.
Yeah.
But I think all the kids are good. What's the... Neil, is that the little like elephant kid or whatever? I don't know what he is. Even like he's kind of like the I don't know, the comedy relief a little bit. Like little moments where he's like tripping over things, or I don't know. You can tell like it.
Their little lightsaber fight at the beginning in the first episode was funny. I enjoyed that. That was really funny.
I don't know. You could just tell like the people who made this are just having fun with it. Like this does truly like feel like an authentic Goonies type movie. It really does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, and I love it because I'm obsessed with those kind of movies. Like Super 8 and Goonies and all that stuff.
Yep.
And all the kid actors you said, like you said, they didn't bother me. Like they're all pretty decent. Like,
yep, I agree.
Who
I will say the what's the main kid's name? The Wim. His dad was annoying me, but that's just because of the way he's written. I'm like, man, read your kid a freaking bedtime story. Like, stop. Yeah, he did not seem like a good dad. But that might just be the society.
Family, man.
Yeah,
that's true. He's like looking at other people's windows and family. It felt like a little Christmas Hallmark movie. I just want a family for Christmas.
Yeah.
I guess this isn't even a complaint, but one negative for me is I can't tell. And again, I guess it's not even a negative. It's more so I'm just curious. I can't tell like who's the main character. Is it KB or Win? Because a lot of times we at the beginning of the show, we were looking a lot in the eyes of Wim.
Yeah.
But then, like, in a second and third episode, it's like, what's her name? KB?
KB. Yep.
She's like, I'm captain, and now she's kind of the cool one, and Wim's kind of like the doofus. So I'm not quite sure, like...
Yeah, I mean, it might just be all the kids are kind of the main character, and it kind of floats between... I definitely think KB is probably the smartest of the kids. She has that, like, head thing kind of... Yeah. Which I think, she has a lot of data in there and is smartest. So that might be why they're doing that with her.
Well, and then Fern was the one that was the captain, right?
Yeah, Fern's the captain. Yeah. Yep. So
that's true. I guess they all kind of get their moments to shine.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, as an audience, I think we're supposed to relate the most with the Wim.
Yeah.
That's what I got the impression of.
Yep. Especially because that's who it started with as... the one really kicking things off, finding the ship. And
and he's like, obsessed with Jedis. And he just wants to go on an adventure. All the things that we wanted to do as kids, he's getting to do now.
Yep, I definitely think he's the driving force.
You're right. There are some things like even like the humor, like you mentioned when they found the ship. He thought it was a Jedi temple, and the boys were digging. They're like, "Oh, these girls are so dumb," because they made a deal. And the girls were like, "Oh, these boys are so dumb." Like just little humor like that, like little lighthearted.
And we'll say dibs when we're inside. Like that kind of stuff is like kid logic.
And there was, like you said, there's some things where like if it's a different show, I think it's so stupid. Like the way Wim just like pushes all these buttons in there, and like there's a certain things where like, but it's a kid,
Yeah, it makes total sense.
That's what all of us would do. If it was like a horror movie, like with adults, you'd be like, "You friggin' idiot! Don't touch anything." But
true.
But it's like it's a kid, so I'm excited to keep watching it. And I don't know how many episodes there's going to be.
I was just going to ask that. I assume 8 probably. That seems to be the norm. Yep, 8 episodes.
8. So why is what made 8 standard, man?
I think it's a Disney thing, honestly. I don't know.
It must be.
Because even some other shows that do around 8, they'll sometimes have 9 or 10, but like Disney always seems to be 8.
8 or 6. They do 6 with some of the Marvel stuff, don't they?
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know.
But like Star Wars, I think, is like 8, and then Marvel's like 6.
Yeah, interesting.
At least on average, I guess. But okay, so 8 episodes.
Yep.
And episode 4 comes out, I believe that's on Tuesdays, right? So tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Do you have any theories on what Atten is, or what what we're going to find out about it?
I don't know. I have a feeling that it's not actually like treasure that they're talking about.
Yeah. Like
gold. I think there's something there. But I don't know. What do you have a theory?
I have a theory that it's either something from the High Republic or the Old Republic that was like kind of not really a shield world, but basically like a world that was cut off from everything and hidden away, so that if if the Empire takes over and destroys everything, it's still there to be able to like rebuild the society. So it's like, I think it's going to be way older of an origin than we're thinking. Like, because at first I was like, okay, this is like Republic era. It kind of seems like in the first episode. But I think in episode 3, someone says something about the money, about it being like Old Republic or something. And it kind of gave me that, I wonder if this is older than we think it is. The origins of it.
Yeah, it was. They said something Old Republic, or so you think it's gonna be older than the High Republic?
I think it's either the High Republic or older. I don't think it's like regular Republic era.
I think the High Republic would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Just because we haven't really seen it in live action.
Yeah,
I guess we saw it in some of the games, but the game
and a little bit in Acolyte, some of the flashbacks, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But I do want to see more, and it seems like that's more of what they're actually bringing into canon is the High Republic stuff. So I think that's a higher likelihood than the Old Republic.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love for it to be Old Republic, but I just don't. Yeah. If they're gonna do Old Republic, I just feel like it wouldn't be in this show.
Yeah. But after I heard that, it made me want to go back and rewatch the first 2 episodes and like really look at some of those stories that he has on his like iPad thing where he's looking through the Jedi stuff. I'm like, I wonder if there's something hidden in there.
Yeah, like some little subtle hints. And like they're pretty much raised in that world. Like you're going to either be, an analyst or you're going to be a whatever, farmer.
Yeah, and it's decided from when they're like 8 or whatever age they are. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, I wonder what the treasure, quote unquote, is. Like, because I don't think it's just going to be gold, like, unless they really are going for, like, a classic treasure hunt type of film, but.
Yeah, I think it's going to be different.
But I can't wait. Like, this is interesting. And what's cool about this is it's kind of the first time in a Disney show, I guess probably since the first, like, season of Mandalorian, where like it's kind of exciting because I don't know what's going to happen, and I love like Ahsoka, but we know those characters. It's like established characters. This is just new.
And Andor, where that's going to end.
Yeah, where Andor's going.
Yeah,
and Obi-Wan shows, Obi-Wan show, and then like Mandalorian. The season 1 was probably the season I kind of felt that like magic adventure.
Yeah,
last. I'm not saying Andor's bad because Andor's probably the best thing. Almost the best thing in Star Wars, probably, period, if I'm being quite honest. But this is just different.
Definitely since Disney's taken it over, hands down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Andor's... I think Andor's up there with the top Star Wars, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like, it's just solid. And I think Rogue One is really good, too, the movie.
Yeah, agreed. Rogue One is really good.
That's the only movie with the Disney movies that felt, like, authentic to the original trilogy and stuff. But anyways, no, I enjoyed it. My kids enjoyed it.
That's so cool.
5-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they love it, and I love it, and that's what Star Wars is supposed to be, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
And it's awesome. I've been enjoying it a lot. And I agree with you. The 7, 7, and 8. But just because it's not like a 9 or 10 doesn't mean we freaking love, like, it doesn't need to be a perfect thing for us to praise it as much,
Yeah, I agree. And it could, this is also still just the beginning, so it could build up to even better, which I'm hoping. I hope it does.
Or it could build up to get worse.
It could.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I have a feeling this show will be like a consistent, kind of show. I just have that feeling. I don't know why.
It's a good sign that through 3 episodes, it's been very consistent, and so that gives me hope.
Yeah. How did episode 3 end again? Do you remember? They escaped.
They escaped
that planet or moon or whatever, and then
and had Captain Silvo say that he's going to follow their lead, or
That's right. Yeah, yeah. He can, because they told him to tell us the truth. Yada yada. Yeah, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious. There's a ton of mystery too. Like you said, is he a Jedi? Is he not a Jedi? Like you said, and I mean, maybe he's not a Jedi, but he's just Force sensitive. Like you've
and
mentioned,
learn from someone, and if so, who? Yeah, there's a lot.
Also, like, what do you think of? We didn't even talk about him, but the main pirate villain guy, I mean, we haven't seen much of him, but he's a cool design.
Yeah, he is a cool design. I like that. That species is good for a villain.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm interested to see more of him.
So like with predictions, is this show, is it kind of going to be like there's going to be multiple different people coming after them to find a planet, and it's like kind of like multiple different angles of like people getting the planet kind of thing. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not just going to be that pirate that's chasing him. It'll probably be
maybe the New Republic
or yeah,
definitely.
New Republic chasing him, that pirate chasing him, and then maybe some other stragglers, and they all kind of find this planet, and that'll be interesting. I'm very curious. Like, and I hope. I don't know if there's gonna be multiple season or one season, but please don't like. I'm so sick of ending on cliffhangers and not getting resolution, man.
Yeah, I agree.
A good show will give you resolution with this story, but then still hook you on for future storylines, man.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I hope they're building up to.
So we'll see. We got, like you said, we're not even halfway done. So, are these kids well-known actors or anything? I haven't seen them in anything. Have they been in anything else? You know,
I have not seen them in anything. No.
Like I'm curious if this is like their first kind of gig.
Oh, Fern was in It Chapter 2.
Oh.
And
okay,
American
I knew she
Horror
looked a little
Story.
different.
KB, let's see. I don't think she's been in anything else.
Okay, I see Win. He's voiced a lot of animator. Like he voiced a kid in Kanto, which actually it looks exactly like him, so it makes sense.
That's funny.
An animated version of him.
Yep.
So they're relatively besides what's her face for it.
Yeah.
It Chapter 2 or 1 and 2.
I think just 2. Yeah.
Just 2. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. No, I'm digging it. Can't wait to keep watching.
Yep. Episode 4 tomorrow. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we want to do Guess the Game? All right. So, Guess the Game. We're going to be trying to figure out what the game is from the screenshots here. If we get in the right series, but not the right game, the number will change to gold, and we'll have 6 attempts. And Alex, do you have any idea on what this grainy, fuzzy picture can be? I might have an idea.
That like a runway? What is that? I don't.
To me, it looks like maybe the Olympics or something, because there's like a sand pit there, so this might be for the like long jump thing.
Oh,
like a runway for a long jump.
I don't know what's behind that cone.
I
gray.
can't tell. It looks like a giant microphone. I don't know.
I could see the Olympics. That could be like an Olympic logo or something on the sides.
I have no idea which Olympic games.
Maybe Olympic Summer Games.
Is this Chinese?
Wait, do they actually have like actual specific?
It looks like it.
Oh,
I almost wonder because it looks older too. I wonder if this is the 2008 Beijing one because it almost looks like that could be Chinese, but it could just also be really grainy and at an angle.
Yeah. Shoot, try it. We got no other guesses.
Let's see. Ooh, it is not. That is way different.
The heart.
Could this be like Mario and Sonic Olympic Games?
Is that like a I could see that.
It's got a 67%. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Let's see. Hey, nice. It was Olympics.
Nice.
It was on the Wii. I never played that one. Yeah,
we
that.
wouldn't have got it there. Or the next one.
And there's a Luigi and a banana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Literally, Sonic, Shadow, Mario. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we got it here then. That's good.
Oh, man. That's a good one. We're getting some Sonic the week before Sonic comes out.
Oh, yeah, true.
Or the week of Sonic coming out, I should say.
Yep.
I wonder if that was the current day. I wonder if that's why they did it.
Oh, maybe. All right. We're starting to catch up to some days we've played randomly here and there. All right. What do we have here? I don't recognize this.
Is it some sort of like...
Is this...
City builder or something?
Yeah, maybe like Sim City? Am I making that up? Is that not a thing?
I feel like...
SimCity Creator?
Sure.
Maybe?
I thought there was a SimCity. I tried that.
Let's see. No, it's too old.
It's in the...
Oh, it's in the
same
series.
genre.
Yeah, okay.
Or the series. It's a Sim something.
Let me try it all.
I swear there's a Sim City.
It's all one word.
There you go. Probably 2000, right? Or I don't know.
Yeah,
is that
or just the first one.
Or just straight up Sim City. Yeah.
It looks pretty old. Yeah, let's give the first one a go. Dang. DOS and Macintosh. Then maybe 2000? DOS.
Oh.
Yeah, let's try 2000. Hey, there we go.
Yay.
It kind of looks like Roller Coaster Tycoon to me.
Yeah, it does.
I've never played this.
I have not either.
But all right, we got it. Very nice. Okay, another blurry one. We got an L to remove waypoint.
Huh. Interesting. This looks like it's a newer game. Newish.
Yeah. It's
is that like desert terrain? I can't tell.
Yeah, kind of looks like it. Maybe like, I don't know, South Africa or something.
Waypoint.
And this like yellow part looks like it's going behind the scenery. Like it's a waypoint that shows on the in the world. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's giving me like Ghost Recon.
Like a some sort of Tom Clancy type.
Yeah. I don't know which one's recent. Frontline?
I don't know. I played Advanced. I played Advanced Warfare 2. That was a good one. I don't know if it's that old though.
Yeah, let's try. I think Wildlands is the newest one. Let's just see if it's in the series.
Oh, that would make sense with this.
Yeah. Ooh, it's not.
Oh, what?
78%. Mammoth Main Lodge. Is that a ski lift? Or, well,
What? Wait, okay. I'm trying to look here.
Okay, we're going off like a ramp, like a ski ramp or something.
Yeah.
But what could have that and this?
Yeah. I feel like it'd be like... It's like,
what about like a... No, like a motocross or something? Or not that, but like one where you can...
Like a motorsports game? Like,
yeah, motorsports.
Yeah, I played one of those growing up, but what? Meow Motors.
Forza, no. Let's do MotorStorm and just see what the next one is.
Okay.
All right, so we got PC, PS4, Xbox One, Stadia, PS5, and Xbox Series.
Now you're on a bike. Is this like Hmm.
There was
Interesting.
was it Downhill something?
There's also a game called Ride. I don't know if you've heard
Ride.
of Ride. Literally just Ride.
Yeah, let's do it. Because
Or
I don't.
Ride 5, I think was. Or just type in Ride. Maybe there's not a 5.
Yeah, let's try Ride. Let's see.
I've heard of that. Nope.
Racing simulation sports.
There was a game that came out on what was it called? It came out on PS Plus a while ago, and I downloaded it and never played it. God, what was it called? What about
Yeah,
like a BMX type game?
yeah, but it also has skiing.
I don't know. Do any of those games have like multiple?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's try Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX. Okay, 2021. I'm pretty sure there was one on Game Pass, and I just can't remember what it's called. That's why I keep searching Downhill, because it was something like that. But Downhill Domination? I don't know. Let's see. Ubisoft.
What's funny? I don't know. I don't know this one.
I'm probably going to recognize it when I see the name, but...
Yeah, probably.
Fast. This is...
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Fast RMX. Riders Republic.
I have not heard of that one.
No, I guess I haven't either. Okay, well, that makes sense why we didn't get it then.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting art style here. It looks
like
kind of familiar.
Point and click games.
Yeah.
The art style. I mean, could it be like a WarioWare game? I feel like we've guessed that a lot.
It could be. I'm fine throwing that out for our first one. Let's say Smooth Moves. 89%.
This is an interesting screenshot.
Yeah. Huh.
Is that a cactus and some rocks?
Yeah, this is giving me like, is there like a princess game? There's a lot of princess games.
That princess. Oh god.
I don't know.
Is there a cactus game? Cactus something?
Cactus. Assault Android Cactus.
Really? That's
Not
the only
it.
cactus game? I'm
Guess
surprised.
So. Yeah. PC. Total $180. Huh.
Dude, I have no clue.
This is, what's that car one? Putt Putt. This is Putt Putt.
Oh, yes, guess it is.
Putt Putt travels through time. Darn.
Yes.
Indie platform.
So there was a cactus with rocks. There was a brick wall with some sort of ledge. There's this guy. I don't even know what this is.
TV with a mouth. This is Qubit, the hardcore platformer robot.
Yes.
Oh, this came out in 2023. I definitely thought it was older than that. I don't think I know this.
I don't know. I don't know it either. What is that guy? A chef or something?
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, interesting. Tour to pizza, and there's a pizza. So this has something to do with pizza.
Pizza. Oh, the pizza delivery boy who said, no, that's not a boy, though. That's a man.
Yeah. This is Pizza Pop. Oh, it was Pizza Tower.
Oh, we were so we should have guessed Tower because the beginning, the first screenshot.
You're right. We were on the right track at the end. Interesting. I've never heard of that.
I haven't either.
Okay, we got this one, so we'll skip that. Okay. This definitely looks familiar.
It does. I'm just trying to place it.
The lava reminds me of Super Mario Sunshine, but this does not.
Is
that a tail?
I can't tell. It looks familiar, but I can't tell.
You know, just throw out Sunshine and see the next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, it's Mario.
Oh, is this like Mario 3D World or maybe?
Oh, maybe.
Super Mario 3D World? I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Nope.
No.
It's the Wii U. This is Super Mario Bros. U.
Oh.
Probably, right? New Super Mario Bros. U?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. Is this Super Luigi whatever?
What other ones came on the Wii U? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so platform puzzle strategy on the Wii U. In the Mario. I guess technically Mario Maker came out on the Wii U.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, it's not. Is this Captain Toad?
Oh, is this the Toad one? Captain Toad, I bet you it is.
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. There we go. Yep. Okay, good.
I actually liked that game.
I never played it. It looked really cool, though.
No, it's interesting. I like it. Little bite-sized puzzle type things.
Yeah, I like the puzzle idea of it. It looks really cool. And I'm glad we got Mario on the first one, so at least we can recognize it.
Oh, like there wasn't that many Mario games that came out.
I know, seriously. Wii U. What the heck? All right.
Don't be
burnt.
Burnt.
Woof. Please don't be burnt. This magnifying glass is way off where it is showing.
It is.
Huh. Please don't be burnt.
Yeah, that is way off. This is Dog Escape.
Is that an actual game?
I don't think so.
I feel like woof, please don't be burnt. This looks like a character in Animal Crossing. But I don't know which one
is
it would be.
Animal Crossing what, like, I guess it could be like a DS one.
Let's say City Folk. I don't think it is Animal Crossing, but let's see the next one. Look Away. 86%.
What is that right there?
I don't know. What's that one that was made by the same creator as Undertale? I think he made a different game.
I know what you're talking about.
I've heard the music from it, but I don't know what it looks like. But this kind of just gives me the same feeling as Undertale. Delta Rune? Deltarune. I don't know. I don't even know what that looks like.
Do it.
Okay, it is not.
Meow. Some sort of like animal thing, with pet thing.
Yeah. Okay, all the modern consoles and PC.
Like,
Animal Hospital. Could be Animal Hospital. That's seeing. Please don't be burned.
could be.
How
many animal breeders are there?
Yeah, jeez. There's a lot of animal games overall.
I know, jeez. Animal Hospital, sure.
Animal Hospital. Adventure Indie Puzzle.
I don't know. Maybe.
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim.
It's
Might
not.
as well.
Right. So I use it carefully. There's a lot of cats. I wonder if it's something about cat. Not Cat Quest.
Cat Quest.
I've seen my wife play that game. This is not that game.
Interstellar.
Stray Cat Doors. Mojikin Studio. Huh. It's definitely about cats. There's...
Yeah.
Is this like...
Yeah. I don't know.
Cat Cafe Manager. A space for the unbound. Wow. Would never in a million years have gotten that.
Nope. Oh, that's funny.
Interesting. Man, they've been tough today. Grab.
Oh. What is that?
It's so dark. It looks like it's in 3D. We got a light shining here.
Are they what are? I don't
This is
know what
3D
that is.
Mega Man.
Jesus Christ, how many Mega Mans are there?
Yeah, there's a lot. Which one did I play on the Nintendo 64?
Mega Man 64. Is there a Mega Man 64?
Probably, honestly. Yeah, Mega Man 64.
All the games are 64s. This looks like a racing game now.
Is this the pod racing game?
Oh, that kind of looks like Anakin's Pod Racer.
Yeah. Let's do Pod Racer. It was episode 1 Racer. A PS1 game. PS1 racing
PS1.
game. What was Gran Turismo? Oh, this looks like with ships. And this kind of looks like... I'm not gonna... I feel like I know this, but I'm not gonna remember the name.
What is that, though? I can't tell what that is.
It looks kind of like... You know how F-Zero has those racers? It looks kind of like one of those, like, kind of sci-fi-y, but not really... But they're not like ships.
I don't know if I know this one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Or could it be like water? Like you ever play like those Wipeout games?
It could be. Yeah, let's try Wipeout.
It's just the first one, maybe?
Just this one?
I guess.
Oh, it is Wipeout.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, so 64? No, because this is PlayStation.
It was on the PS1. Wait, scroll down.
XL 2048. This does kind of look. Does kind of look
like
future-y, kinda.
You could try a 2048. It does look future-y.
Let's see. I have no idea which one this is.
Man.
Darn. Hold on, we got one. We got one chance.
I would say,
are these the same thing? Because they're not capitalized like this one.
Try Wipeout 3. Screw it. Let's go with random 3.
Wipeout 3. Hey, nice. Good call.
Pull that out my butt.
Oh, you got the game and picked the right in the series. Very nice.
Yeah, because at first I was like, wait, it looks... Yeah, it just looks like it could go over water, too. I think there's parts where it goes over water, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Very... Maybe... Can't figure out that art style. Is that
I can't either.
Is that like a lantern right there in the middle, that light?
Yeah.
Or is that just a regular light?
I can't tell. It is a light.
I don't know, it's just like a Metro game. I feel like whenever I see like a sewer type thing, I think of Metro.
Yeah, Metro Exodus. Let's do it. Definitely not. Huh. That is
what in the
weird.
World?
That looks really weird for this face. Like 75%.
This is called Binky Adventure. I don't know, dude.
Could this be a horror game? Like, I don't know. This character is giving me like horror game.
It's not. It should be. It's called The Lost Baby.
Definitely not Silent Hill, but let's see. Xbox 360. Huh.
Okay.
This reminds me of Dragon's Dogma for some reason.
I don't feel like it is.
I don't think it is either, but this is like something going back in time? And it's only Xbox 360.
Interesting. I'm trying to think of a like Xbox exclusive. Could be like a Fable.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe it's just...
That does look like Fable. I wonder if it's...
Yeah. I don't know. Fable 2 and 3 were on Fable, right? Or on Fable, on 360.
Yeah, let's do Fable 2. Okay, it is Fable. Is it Fable 3, or is it something weird like Fable...
Like Fable Lost Chapter or something.
Yeah, let's try Fable 3, because this looks...
Yeah.
Decent. Like, it looks a little newer than Fable 2 and stuff, so let's see. Yes! Yay! Nice! I do not remember stuff looking... Oh, this is when you have a baby and it's over their head or something. I thought this was an item you were getting, but it's a... Yeah, okay.
Like a symbol, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Awesome. Yeah. I love Fable.
I miss those games.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we got some Windows.
Just Cause 3. I don't know why that's the first thing that popped in my head.
Just Cause 3, just cause.
Just Cause 3, just cause.
It's the Windows desktop.
This is...
What is this?
I don't know. Why is this like landscapes? This is Weather Simulator.
Let's look up weather. Oh, there's no weather simulator. This is a change in the weather.
Yes, it is.
PS3.
Oh, is this maybe not. Maybe it's I don't know. Shadow of the Colossus. No, that's PS4, isn't it?
I like that guess though, and I'm not totally sure. So
I just know it's
very
atmospheric with the locations, but
yeah.
I'm not sure if that's it. It looked
Adventure
a little too cartoony.
art game. Oh, there was
PS3.
one. The pedals make me. There was a game. It was like Flower or Pedal or something. Was it Flower?
I think I know what you're talking about. Flower. I think it is Flower.
Was it? Okay, let's try it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Yep, yes. This is what I remember. It flying around with all the pedals. Yep. That game company. All right. We got 2 more. Oh man, this looks like we should know it. The art style is very unique.
That's definitely like a pine tree or something, right?
Terraria?
Yeah, that's the first thing that popped in my head for a second.
I don't know about the moons, but let's see. Okay, it is not.
It's Celeste.
This does kind of look like Celeste.
Like the colors and stuff.
PC.
Oh, this is Kraken. The sea god. I don't know.
Kraken Academy.
Kraken Academy.
Action adventure. This is
Interstellar Marines.
Yeah, we can do Interstellar.
It's because I saw planets or moons, whatever.
Oh, it freaking looks like Terraria.
It literally does, though.
What about maybe it's no.
Which one are you thinking?
I was thinking Story of Seasons, but it's not. This is Crystal Mines.
Yes, you're correct.
Chucklefish.
I don't know this one.
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese. I didn't know Chuck E. Cheese had so many games.
Terratopia. Starbound. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Darn. Wow. It was just a Terraria ripoff. I'll give us a win on that one.
Yep, it's a win.
Okay. Big mountain in the back.
Could this be like, I don't know. Do you remember Rise, Son of Rome? Have we had that before?
I don't think we have. It's SE? Yeah.
I think so.
Let's do it.
I was throwing it out there.
Ooh, this has a 96%. Is this an Uncharted, maybe?
It kind of looks like Uncharted 2. Or is it 2 or 3? It looks like Uncharted... What's Uncharted 3 called? Yeah, what's Uncharted 3 called?
Drake's Deception.
No, I think it looks like Uncharted 2. I played all those, but...
Hey, nice!
I remember this level because yep.
Oh, you fight skeletons?
Yeah, the first couple Uncharted has some like mystical type things, and they become more realistic. But
oh yeah, I think I remember you saying that. Interesting.
But that second one, I remember that freaking level because you're traveling like these ruins, and you have to go. I think that's towards like the main boss. It's like a hard freaking boss.
Yeah, the
It was memorable,
96%, I
obviously.
was like, okay, this is a good game. And it looks like, I was thinking Tomb Raider on the first one, but I was like, it's probably Uncharted.
Yeah, I think that one was my favorite. I think that's a lot of people's favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, it just makes sense if it's a 96.
Yeah. Should we do one more or just call it there?
It's up to you. I don't know
Let's
what
see
this
if we
is.
can get
Maybe
this
this is
one.
like
I
a
can just cut it
circus.
out if we don't.
Is it like a circus one?
Yeah, it looks like a circus.
Circus game?
What is this? Let's look up
Oh.
circus. The Amazing American Circus.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Star looks familiar.
Looks familiar.
Is this... No.
Looks like a Kirby star, honestly.
I was going to say, that's that new Kirby game. I was literally going to say Kirby. The one that just came out on the Switch. The Forgotten Land.
Forgotten Land. Let's try it. Nice. All right.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yep.
All right. Good one to end on.
Sweet. I've heard that's a good game.
It looks cool. I kind of want to try it
really
after
good.
seeing this.
The
Yeah.
boss looks pretty cool. Sweet. We didn't do too bad.
Yeah. Did we get the first one? Yes. And then we got... So we missed 1, 2. We only missed 2?
Feels like we missed more, doesn't it?
We missed Space for the Unbound and Starbound. Oh, yeah, we did. Okay, and Pizza Tower. So we missed 4. And Riders Republic.
Okay, so missed 4.
Yep, missed 4.
Yeah.
Not our best, but I still think we did all right.
No. Yeah, some of those were pretty hard.
Yeah, stuff I'd never played before. All right, very nice. Okay, tell me about where you're at in Liza P, because I want to talk about Liza P.
Yes, Liza P. I am in chapter 8 now, I believe. I just got to the Barren Swamps or whatever they're called.
Ooh, that one's fun.
Yeah, so I'm addicted to this. This is my problem. The second I start playing a Souls-like game, I become freaking addicted, dude.
Yeah, I know. It feels like just like 3 days ago you said you were on chapter 4, so it's like, oh, you might be on chapter 5 or 6. Because I just beat chapter 8 on my replay through.
Oh, you did? I think I have like 17 or 18 hours now, nice. 20 hours almost. I played so much this weekend.
Awesome. What boss has given you the toughest time so far?
Believe it or not, it wasn't a main boss. It was a mini boss, a stupid clown thing. I struggled with hard.
Yeah, on the like ramp up.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, that part.
I don't know why I struggled so hard with that boss.
I think it's the placement of it, honestly. I found that because I tried it once going through the entire level and then fighting it. But then the second time I was like, I'm going to see what's behind it. And I just ran behind it and there's a checkpoint there.
That's what I did too.
Yeah, that makes it a little easier.
And I threw a bunch of like throwables at it to help out.
Oh, nice.
Because I don't know what it was. That boss gave me a lot of trouble. Mini boss. Like, it's not even a main boss. It's a mini boss.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like as far as like the main bosses, I haven't had much trouble with the main bosses. I'll say the which one gave me the hardest time?
What'd you think of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood?
Yeah, I was going to bring that one up. That one was just annoying.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Like, I feel like there's always an annoying boss in these types of games, and I hate the multi-boss kind of thing.
Yeah, they're called gank bosses by the community, and they're always annoying. Where there's multiple.
Yeah, that one was annoying. For that one, I just honestly like. I was trying to just kill all the smaller guys first, but honestly, I went straight for the big guy and just killed him real quick and dodged the other guys because it was. I just couldn't get it. Now that one was probably, you're right. That was probably the hardest one, but more so hard because it's just annoying.
Yeah. What I found it out after a few attempts on my first try, and I did it on this one the first time and beat it pretty easily. You can just perfect parry the big guy before any of them come out a bunch of times, and his sword breaks, and then he like does almost nothing.
Uh-huh. That's one mechanic I do like in this game. Is like if you perfect parry, you can kind of mess with the enemy's weapons and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
That boss is annoying. The boss, it's all fun though. One of the bosses I found that was cool was, or at least the cutscene was when you were in the, I think it was like the dungeon things where it comes out and it looks like just like the small little thing with a mask, creepy thing, and then it's like some big blob thing.
The cathedral,
yeah, the cathedral. Which, by the way, the hardest. You know what part for some stupid reason caused me the hardest in the whole game so far is climbing that cathedral tower.
Yeah,
oh my
that
God.
part is annoying. Yeah, it's hard.
Dude,
you can fall so easily.
Yeah, dude, like the whole game, I was like it wasn't too. The whole game kind of wasn't hard for me, and I get to that point, and the stupid platforming with those guys that throw things at you. My lord, dude.
Yeah,
like
that is difficult.
I could not get it. I died like 20 times. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I believe it. What weapon are you using? You still using the pipe wrench with the baton handle?
Yep, I'm still using that and charging it up, and God, that thing freaking.
Yeah, it does a lot of
huge
damage.
Chunks.
Yeah.
The one downfall is it doesn't have range, obviously. But I've been doing pretty good with that. I mean, with that weapon, I had to kind of bring my health up, my vigor up.
Yeah,
because you're gonna get hit. I mean, you don't got like no range of that thing. But I do want to try it. It's called the is it something coil? It's a coil something spring.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
I know which one you're talking about. I thought of using that one. It looks good. It's a boss weapon,
also there's
right?
like the holy. Yeah, yes. And there's like some gun, or not gun, sword. It's like the whole
7 coil spring sword.
I want to try.
I'm using that one. Holy Sword of the Ark.
Yeah, that's the one. I wanted to try that one. The Holy Sword of the Ark. That one
is really good. You can, if you do the secondary fable art on it, it gets like really long and you have such crazy range. I've been using that one and it's probably it's my favorite strength weapon so far. But I also wanted to try 7 coil spring sword. It looks good.
Yeah, I want to try that too. I just haven't switched from this pipe wrench because I'm just number one, I want to max it out. So I get
and once you get used to achievement. Once you get used to the like move set, it kind of throws you off switching, honestly. I've switched to a couple of different ones and switched back to that Holy Sword of the Ark because I love that move set.
If I do a second playthrough, I'll definitely either do the Holy Ark one or the spring coil one or whatever. Those two are the ones I want to try. But no, I like the whole mixing of the handle with the sword. It's like it's very interesting.
It's really cool.
I love it. And this is what I like about this Lies of P too is it's number one, I like the linearity of it, if that's a word.
Yeah,
I like it. Like you feel like you're it still feels open enough to where you're kind of going to different little areas, side things, and you know, the same thing as a Dark Souls game, you unlock a shortcut. But then every time you go on, you're just going to the next area with the next thing. So I like that though. It's like
I think this is the best level design game that's not FromSoft. Like they have a very FromSoft way of doing it with the levels like looping back on itself and opening up the shortcuts, and all of the levels have really cool level design.
Yeah, the level designs have been awesome, and it's the thing. I guess the thing that's surprising me the most is the story is really interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just like I wasn't expecting. I don't know. Like I knew it was like a Souls-like type game, but the world's interesting. Like I wanted to learn more about it. Like, it's good, and so like the other mechanic too, where you have the Fable arts. Those are interesting, but the grinder stuff was interesting. I like the concept of like you have to like. Normally, I don't like weapon durability stuff, but like this is kind of cool. Like you sharpen it with your arm, like it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
and it doesn't hinder too much. Like it doesn't hinder too much.
I normally don't like it either, but it works in this game, and it does it in a way where it's not like you're totally screwed. Like you can still like fix it if you just get a second, and it's a cool animation for sure.
Yeah, and you get your little tower, I guess you can use with it. The one that you could slot to it to the grinder.
Make it like fire or something.
Yeah. The only thing that I don't care for that much, and honestly all I've used it for is if I have trouble with the boss, is like the cubes.
Yeah, I never use those. I used it once on my first playthrough.
Yeah, at first like, what is this? And then it's just something I do not use. I don't know if I was alone in that, or if it's like an OP to use it, or no one uses it, or
I don't know. I've never used it. It feels like it was supposed to be like the physic from Elden Ring, but I don't like that you have to like keep buying the cubes to put in it or something. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that's the only thing where that's been like, eh. But besides that, like, I'm having fun with some of the side quests. You know, like bringing the wine to that dying sick lady, or finding the child, and then the level design, and I like the what do you call it? You could upgrade with
the Legion arm or the quartz.
Not the quartz. Yeah, the quartz
it's
stuff.
It's called the P organ.
Yeah, the P organ. Yes.
Name.
That's right. I was like trying to like figure that out. Yeah. You level up with the quartz. I kind of find at first like, oh, this is like a lot, but it's actually interesting. I like how they do that.
Yeah, I like that too. The upgrade system is pretty cool.
Yeah, because you can. I mean, it lets you really customize how you want to upgrade it, and it's kind of cool playing around with like, oh, I have this. Should I? Like, I like to enhance like my stims, obviously,
to
be more potent.
Yep.
Or like my charge attack. I like my charge attack doom. I upped that strength because, with my pipe wrench, and I just like how you can be very specific with it.
Yeah,
and you were talking about the Legion arm's cool, but like that's another mechanic I don't use as often as I feel like I should. I just use the
I don't use it very often.
The rope one.
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
Just because I want to upgrade it, because I like the idea of like upgrading it fully and being able to hit after I rope someone or as I rope someone.
Yeah,
hook someone, whatever. But yeah, to be honest, I haven't really used much other Legion arms.
Yeah, I unlocked a couple, but I just went back to the rope because I find I never use it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I love it. Are they making a second game or DLC or anything? Do you know?
I think there's planned DLC, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I think maybe next year sometime. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. This is definitely one of the games where I could see myself playing it again, like replay. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. It's
how has it been their second time around?
I love it. It's still just as good.
Just as good? Yeah.
Yep. Especially because, the first time I did technique, I used the spear. Which one did I use? The Trident of the Covenant mostly. I had another one, but I stuck mostly with the Trident of the Covenant. And now going the strength or motivity, I'm doing Holy Sword of the Arc. So like using different weapons, different skills or stats.
What's your better build? Like which one do you like better style?
It's tough.
So far.
I mean, the spear is really good. It has a really good running R2. But I'm also just better at the bosses now. So the Holy Sword of the Arc just feels so much easier because I know the boss timing. And yeah. So I don't know. They've both been fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, how many chapters are in the game?
I forget. Let me see.
Is it like 10 or a little more?
It's a little more than that. Yeah, it's 11.
Okay. So, and I'm trying to do like all the side quests and.
Yeah, I do like how they show the side quests on the map or on the teleporting thing. So it's not like From Software, you're just totally out to dry and figuring out what to do next.
Yeah, they do some things that are like quality of life things that are nice. Like I really like it. And I also like how, me personally, I like how you can upgrade your stims or whatever, and you don't have to just upgrade like choose to upgrade what bonfire you want more.
Like Dark Souls 1.
Healing with. Yeah. So I like the upgrade system a lot in Lies of P, and the multiple different ways to upgrade, and the even though I don't use like the Legion Armla and stuff, I like how there's different options of ways to fight and use things. And
yeah, they definitely give you a lot of options. I like that.
yeah, but I got this on sale for Black Friday. Man, this would have been worth it full price, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I agree.
And now I'm curious because I was reading about Lords of the Fallen because that's on sale for like $25. I'm like,
oh, nice.
I was like, is this good? Like, I keep getting conflicting things from Lords of the Fallen, but
yeah.
And I believe it or not, I don't have Elden Ring. I think I told you that. Like, I lost it or something when I moved up here.
Yeah.
So I need to buy it again, but I'm not going to spend full price. I should have bought it on Black Friday. I think it was on sale.
Yeah, you definitely need to play that before Night Rain.
Yeah. Yes, I need to beat it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll beat that, and then that if I can find it on sale somewhere, that might be my next one. Just because I'm in that Souls-like feel.
Yeah.
Although I want to play Metaphor too. How's Metaphor been?
Oh, it's been great. I've been addicted to Metaphor. I played it more than Lies of P. I'm probably like over 20 hours in, and man, it's so fun. I like the story a lot. I like the setting of it way more than Persona. The battle system feels a lot like Persona. And the like calendar stuff where the days go by and you have different things you can do. But the story's really good. Yeah. And yeah, I've been enjoying it a lot.
How long is that? It's supposed to be a pretty big game, right?
Yeah. Let me look up how long to beat. 65 hours if you just focus on the main objectives.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably just the main stuff. I know. I will probably play that after Lies of P before I get into like an Elden Ring because I do want to play that.
Yeah, it's really good. If you liked Persona at all, you'll like this game. And the Persona system, it's different, but it's done really well. They're called archetypes, and yeah, it gives you a lot of free reign to change them all at pretty much any point. And yeah, it's good.
Oh, nice. So would you say you like it more in Persona just because it's more you like the style of it more, like with the fantasy style?
Yeah, I think the style of it, with not being in like high school and stuff, it allows for more like, I guess, darker or like to get into more adult themes than Persona kind of does. Like the characters are more fleshed out, I feel like, and go into different things other than just high school stuff. So I really like the fantasy setting. So far this might be my favorite of all the Atlas games I've played, but all of them have been good. We'll see. I haven't beat any of them yet, so I'll see if I beat this one. Yeah. They're really long games.
They are. I love those games too, and I love RPGs and stuff, but the 30-hour mark's like a good mark for me. Like Lies of P, the Dark Souls kind of.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'll play them. Like I still like them. I still love them. It's just like, you know how many times I've tried to beat The Witcher 3?
That's a long one too.
I know. I've played it so much, and I always get up to the point where you like find Siri and I stop.
Speaking of which, Witcher 4, I'm excited. I am excited.
I'm excited for that too. I'm very excited for it. Who knows when it's going to come out though?
Yeah.
They always get me excited for these things, and it's still years away.
Yeah.
Hey, and how about Astrobot, man? Won Game of the Year.
Game of the Year. Yeah, it was pretty surprising, but I mean, that is a good game.
Yeah, I think it's well deserved, man. That's probably the most fun I've had in a game this year. Like, just pure fun, you know?
Yeah, it is just pure fun, for sure.
Like, it was great. The music was great. It felt like a true next-gen game with the PS5, the DualSense.
Yep.
Like, it was such a good game.
Yeah, I loved it.
Well deserved. Oh, and did you see that they're not only The Witcher 4, but that's a price announcement with oh God, what's it called? I'm having a brain fart. Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I
They had
saw it.
they had a few announcements at the Game Awards that were cool, but the one I was excited for that was unexpected was I can't think of it. Hold on, I'm looking it up. Well, the Elden Ring, obviously. Well,
Yeah.
like we're obviously gonna play that.
Yep.
Like I'm. Excuse me, Okami, the sequel to Okami. I was
Oh,
super
yeah.
surprised by that. Which you never played Okami,
I never
right?
played. Yeah, I need to
Oh,
now.
you need to play it. It's you'll literally. I know you'll love that game.
Yeah.
And then I saw that they had the Outer Worlds too.
Nice.
Which I know you played the first one. I only played a little bit of the first one.
Yeah.
But people tend to love that game.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good game.
Well, the other game I want to play when it comes out is that new the It Takes Two studio, that Split Fiction. Have you seen the trailer for that one?
No.
Oh, I need to send that to you, man. It's called Split Fiction, and it's like it's the same thing as like It Takes Two, but
yeah,
it's interesting because you're like you're basically like you play as two, and it's half sci-fi and half fantasy.
That's cool.
So like some levels are
yeah. It Takes Two.
like
I played a little bit of that with my little cousins, and that is a good game.
Yes, this one, like it's one of those weekends. When it comes out the weekend, just freaking drink, play this, and hang out.
Yeah,
or not
take off
you don't
some
drink,
days.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it looks cool because like you'll have to watch the trailer, but like the whole point is like something about like they write their own stories or something, and you can go into their stories, but somehow you get stuck in someone else's story. So it's like half. That's why it's like half sci-fi. Half the levels you play are sci-fi. I just love the idea of you're playing both a sci-fi game and a fantasy game.
Yeah, that's awesome. It comes out in March. Okay.
Yeah, it comes out pretty soon.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I hadn't even heard of that.
That one looked awesome.
Yeah.
Here, I'll send you a trailer. You can watch it on your own time. But yeah, it looks so fun.
Nice.
But yeah, that game we have to play. But yeah, just the Elden Ring, the Night Rain.
Yes.
And I see people are complaining that it's like
those people complaining
like a roguelike and stuff. But like, I think they're trying something different. Like I'm a co-op game like in Elden Ring world.
Yeah.
Land, whatever, like that sounds awesome.
Yeah, they're trying something new. They're probably testing out like multiplayer functionality and stuff for their next game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be like it's gonna be the price of the DLC. I think it's like $40. Like, and you get more content and can play more Elden Ring. I love that. That's awesome.
Yep, and we're definitely playing that. That's for sure.
Yep, for sure.
Oh, because I've never gotten into the multiplayer aspect in Dark Souls games, to be quite honest.
Me neither. Yeah.
So like, it'll be cool having a game based off of the multiplayer. Like it's only well, I know they said you could play
single player
alone, but you know what I mean. Like they're making it for multiplayer.
Yeah, I agree.
So I cannot. Yeah, that will be a good one. That will definitely be one where we gotta like take a day off or that weekend, freaking just set time aside. Sure. Tell our wives, hey, we're gonna be MIA for
we're busy
this weekend. Oh, but anyways, that's kind of all. I haven't been watching or doing anything else. Oh, I finished rewatching all the Lord of the Rings movies.
Ooh, nice.
And I remember I told you, the original trilogy, if I would rank it different. So I think after rewatching them all, I still think I truly do think Fellowship of the Ring is my favorite.
Wow.
It has the classic It has the classic fantasy adventure, but it still gets, as the story goes on, it gets darker and darker. It's the only time they're all together. There's something about Fellowship of the Ring that feels so magical.
Nice. Yeah, I need to rewatch those.
And I actually do think The Two Towers is a better film than Return of the King.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think I just enjoy Return of the King more. It's just such a fun finale.
That's fair, yeah.
But if I'm talking like, as far as like story, filmmaking style and stuff, I do think Two Towers is more in line with Fellowship of the Ring than the third one. Yeah.
Yeah. God, I love those
But
movies.
still all great. They're so good. So freaking good. Yeah, no, I haven't watched anything or played anything else. What about you?
No, just mostly Metaphor, Liza P, and then watching her shows. Yeah.
Oh,
I need to watch
do have
Sonic
homework this week. I was going to say, you have to watch Sonic 1 and 2 this week so you can go see it this week and we can talk about it on our next podcast.
Okay, sounds good.
Because I'm seeing Sonic 3 on Saturday morning with the kiddos.
Okay.
And I'm actually excited. I'm probably more excited than they are.
Nice.
Because I freaking love Sonic and I love Shadow and these movies are like catered to fans. You'll see when you watch them. They're like just good old, I don't know, for the fans. It's not even like it's hard to explain to Sonic movies because it's not like these are like groundbreaking movies or anything.
Sure,
right? It's like it's a game movie, like a video game movie, but they cater so much to the fans that like it feels so authentic and fun. And
awesome,
Jim Carrey's great in them.
Yeah, I think I'll like that a lot. I'll watch them this week.
And if it keeps like the second one's even better than the first one, so if it keeps going like that, where like the third one's even better than the second one, I'm like, oh. Yeah, I can't wait. But yeah, watch the first two this week. They're on Paramount or something?
Yeah, I think they're on Paramount.
Yeah, and they're quick, easy watches. You know, it's not like you're gonna freaking be thinking and stuff. It's a Sonic movie, but they're fun.
Yeah,
but that's your homework. You have to watch the first two before you go see the third one.
Oh, it's my first homework in how many years? 15.
It's funny. It's easy homework.
Yeah, it is easy homework.
But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all I got. We covered quite a bit today.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us, and we will talk to you next week.
Peace.